Toasted meat? There you are, welcome back. We're at Proto Pasta, where we've done other things that were visually appealing. We've done bacon filament, we've done High Five Blue, it was born here. Sean, Garrett, and Chelsea made their own incredible filaments. Even my family came down that one time, and the kids and we made some really cool filaments. Those were all visually appealing, and visual aspects were kind of looked at there. This time though, we're talking about things that smell real good. Pine needles are great, but you can't just shove those into an extruder. They have to be ground down to a fine powder that can fit through tiny holes, because there's a mesh on the extrusion system and we want to make sure it can fit through nozzles at home. So rather than pine needles, we have fresh ground scented things. In fact, look at that. We have all of this stuff right here. We've got spearmint, cocoa, cinnamon, wild cherry bark, cola nut, which is where the cola flavor comes from, sarsaparilla root, which you might know as a root beer, green tea, white oak, black walnut, which we found can be toxic, coffee, hemp, finally lavender. It's a great choice of smells here to go with. For me though, what I want to do is something interesting. You know when you go stay at a hotel and they leave a mint on the pillow or a chocolate piece on the pillow right there? I want to make something that echoes that. So I'm going to use spearmint and I'm going to use cocoa, and we're going to create PILLOWMENT filament. First, I'm going to add the spearmint, and we need to get ourselves to 6 grams because we want 12 in total between the two smelly bits. Okay, there we go. That's 5.96. That's close enough to 6. And so now what we need to do is add the cocoa. Oh, it's 12, a 12 exactly to the 100ths. Now I've got 1 kilogram of PLA pellets, and what I'm gonna do is add the smelly things right to the bag. Now we need to shake it up just a bit because we want an even distribution of the smelly bits on the plastic bits. Looks like we've got even coverage of everything. Now all we have to do is go put it in the extruder. Here's the extrusion system and here's the hopper. So in goes my custom smelly filament. You know, I wasn't the only one here that made incredible, fun, smelly filaments. In fact, there were a few others. Have a look.
Hi, I'm Amy, and you may have used my Blood of My Enemies filament from Proto Pasta, and we are here today and I made a new filament and we're using smells. So we want to do something a little bit different. I tried the lavender and cinnamon, put them together. It kind of smells like a bath bomb when it was going through the extruder line. I knew that the brown was going to kind of mute the color a little bit, so I tried to make it like a blackberry. We added some red, blue, and of course sparkle, because you can't do Proto Pasta. You gotta print with glitter. Turned out pretty magical. Can't wait to print. It's gonna smell like cinnamon forever.
Hello, my name is Helen Lee. I am a hardware hacker and I also work for Crowd Supply, which is an open source hardware crowdfunding platform. And I've been here hanging out with Joel and the rest of these awesome nerds at Proto Pasta, and this is what I've made. I've made a beautiful matte lavender coloured filament that is also lavender scented, and I've put a little bit of black walnut essence in there as well to make it feel a little bit earthier. So it's this nice, it's kind of matte, it's got a little undertone of white, bit of red and blue to make the colour, and then the earthy tones in there. So I wanted to make something that was, yeah, it felt organic and natural, and was matched with the scent and the actual physical appearance. So there's my lavender. It's called Lavend.
Hello everyone, I'm Joshua. I'm an engineer, grad student. I also build 3D printers for work and for pleasure, I suppose. And today I decided, since we were going to do something smellable, I would try an horchata filament. This has real cinnamon embedded inside of it. So hopefully when I put it on the printer, it'll actually get that cinnamon smell cooking when it's sitting next to my desk.
Hey, Pooch from Repcord. I'm really excited to be here at Proto Pasta today because, like you, I love beef jerky. and I needed it in filament form.
What you're seeing right here are tiny meat particles. I know. On the resin.
The supportive folk here allowed me the use of their coffee grinder, which we took some nice little meaty chunks of jerky and we ground it up. And then of course we toasted it for, 20 minutes or so in a little toaster oven, got it really dry, and then we did a regrind and put it through the screens, and believe it or not, it worked really well. So we extruded it. This is just pure grade A American beef and PLA. And I'm really excited to print with it because it's just gonna always have that just great toasty, steaky smell that we all know and love.
Hi, I'm Samantha Snyder. I'm a maker and avid 3D printing enthusiast. And this is my second time making custom filament at Proto Pasta. And today we did scentable filament, which is really cool. So it was a total experiment. So we tried using different scents. And mine was chocolate and cinnamon because I'm obsessed with hot chocolate. And conveniently, those two things come out to be the same color as hot chocolate. And it only smells nice when you print it. When it's cool, it doesn't. But when it's really warm, it smells like hot chocolate. And I'm obsessed.
Just like that, my filament has been extruded, just like everybody else's. This is PILLOWMENT filament, and just look at the color. It's a gorgeous, translucent-ish, sort of dark brown, and it's inspired by those chocolate mints they leave on your pillow in the hotel room. This was a lot of fun exploring different filament options. I know that we got a little bit crazy with beef jerky filament, but in the end, experimentation is what breeds a lot of really cool combinations when it comes to filaments and materials to use for additive. I'm just really excited because this was the first of what I hope to be a few different explorations in what makes things smell. Well, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, you're awesome. Hug each other more. I'll see you on the next one. As always, high five. PILLOWMENT, PILLOWMENT, filament, filament, PILLOWMENT, PILLOWMENT, filament.